It's exciting because in her world, all she sees are possibilities, but that's what I wanted for her, right? She's such a ham. She's like a little entertainer, you know? Once she's figured out what's gonna like keep your attention or like make you laugh, then she's gonna do it. I will never forget when she was first born, which of course at that time we were using he pronouns, so it's a little strange for me to like call her she when she was a baby, but I was holding her and she was crying and I spoke my first like sentence and she just stopped crying and like looked at me, and it was just this moment where it was like she knew me, you know, because she'd been hearing my voice in utero. Ever since Issa started talking at the age of 2, she always said she was a girl. She just has always, I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a girl. At first I was like, okay, Issa just wants to be like her sisters. That was my thinking, because hindsight's 20/20, right? Looking back now, I can like visually in my mind see how that reaction from me like deflated her. Kind of like, oh, she's not hearing me. Oh, she's not listening, she's not seeing me, right? And it wasn't until she was 4 and I was like, okay, so next time she does this, I'm just gonna like affirm it and see what happens. And I was like, so you're a girl? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And that reaction of just like, okay. I swear like my child was like reborn in front of my eyes. Like I just had never, the way that she lit up, the way that she animated, I swear it was almost like light came out of her. I just saw her change and I was just like, and I didn't even realize that I had just never seen her before that moment. Because in that moment, she was a different kid. That was the moment where I was like, okay, we can't stay in Texas. When Abbott and Paxton published their directive, I was just like, okay, well, I guess it's time to go. I don't have years. I maybe have months. I maybe even have days. That is when I started the GoFundMe, which is what largely made it possible for us to leave when we did. To see people who didn't even know us just offer us so much support. It definitely took some of the edge off of feeling like, oh, this is a dangerous world we live in. You know, it kind of reminded me that there was still people that were gonna support us. It took us an entire day to get out of Texas, but when we drove that state line into New Mexico, it was just such a weight was lifted off of me. I felt like I was able to be myself too more out here than I was out there.
Happy days and happy nights.
I definitely wanted to give Issa, or wanted to give my future child, that experience of a big family and being close, and also just other people to reach out to when I need help. It's just a little bit hard to put into words like how good it feels to know that I'm taking my kid somewhere. She's gonna be loved for who she is and respected for who she is and believed for who she is. So when I first heard about family equality, it was right at the beginning of this process. So when I found out that they had created the app in response to what's happening, I was just so blown away. Family equality is there on the ground, trying to change politics, trying to change policy, but also supporting people as they are living through the realities of the policy changes. Issa's just sense of self-possession is just super inspiring. She's not afraid to be herself. She is unapologetic about who she is. She reminds me to just not apologize for who I am. Family equality is giving me this bravery award, but I really feel like Issa's the one who needs the bravery award.